Today I messed up by burning my popcorn, scaring my cat and almost breaking my neck. Let me set the scene. I'm a little baked Aaron. I've got a hankering for some popcorn, so I head to my pantry in search of the dream snack. I find one packet of microwave popcorn. Score. I throw that sucker in the microwave for a little longer than normal, thinking I'll check its progress and gauge when it's done and let it do what it needs to do. I become entranced by watching it do its thing. It inevitably burns. I take it out. In my baked state, I've not opened the windows or turned the fan on, so the smoke from the now charcoal-like popcorn sets off the smoke alarm. My cat, who thus far is chilling on the couch minding his own business, gets a fright and runs off the couch and past me. In the process of fleeing, he drops a deuce on the floor out of pure fear. I do not notice. I go to turn off the alarm and step on said deuce, raw dog style, and slip like you see in so many skits of people stepping on bananas. If you need me, I'll be in the bathroom nursing my pride and eating burnt popcorn. Today I messed up by sexually assaulting a grieving father. I fostered dogs for a local rescue that guarantees their dogs for life, meaning they will take them back at any age for any reason. A beautiful heeler pup that had only been adopted out a month prior was posted for immediate transfer due to the new owners experiencing a family tragedy. When I got to the address to pick her up, it was just a youngish single guy living in a big house alone with this puppy. It turns out his son had recently passed away. He said they were in the hospital together applying for all sorts of rescue dogs, but no one ever got back to him. His son had just passed by the time he was approved to adopt Dia, the pup, and he took that as a sign that he should follow through with it and maybe she'd help him heal. You could tell he really loved this dog, but just didn't have emotional bandwidth to take care of her. I was there for about 20 minutes while he explained her needs and likes and behaviors, and gave me a bunch of toys, blankets, and beds for her. Later that night he texted me asking how she was adjusting. I took a very sweet picture of her at the end of my bed, and when I went to send it to him, I accidentally sent a picture of me standing on my knees with my legs spread in front of a full-length mirror, wearing nothing but a Wu-Tang t-shirt and a thong instead. I have never sent a wrong picture to someone in my life. I have no idea how that happened. I was absolutely mortified. I apologized profusely and proceeded to send the correct photo. He acted like nothing happened and just commented on how cute she looked, but I still get a pit in my stomach when I think about how unfortunate and inappropriate the whole situation was. Today I messed up sucking my first dick. I'm a 25-year-old guy who's bi. I've always been attracted to girls and guys, but a big part of me was hesitant to pursue anything romantic or sexual with other guys because I was scared. Scared of how people close to me might react if I fully embraced my bi side. So, for the past few years I've only focused on girls. However, this past weekend I finally said fuck what other people think and hooked up with another guy. Now, before I get to the mess up, let me at least share some of the positives. I went to a gay club for the first time. It was so much fun. I got hit on a lot, which was new for me. One of the people who hit on me was a guy with glasses. Not gonna lie, the glasses did it for me. The two of us were talking, flirting, dancing, kissing, touching, and eventually, we were getting high and getting naked in his flat. I was keen to suck my first dick, so I made sure I was on my knees first. Instant regret. As soon as I put his penis in my mouth, I tasted something so unpleasant I literally had to spit out his dick. At that moment I noticed he had smegma, aka bacteria, build up underneath the foreskin of an uncut and unclean penis. The exposed smegma unleashed an awful smell that prompted me to back the fuck away and ask glasses guy when last did he clean his cock. He said he cleaned his dick when he showered earlier that evening. I pulled out my penis and showed him the lack of smegma underneath my foreskin versus the yellowish dirt underneath his foreskin before explaining to him that cleaning an uncut penis meant cleaning underneath the foreskin too. This dude pulled up his pants and said, "Don't dad me, bro." Message received. Tension unlocked. I put my penis away and apologized for offending him. Glasses guy said if he had a dick as small as mine, he would avoid using it to body shame others. It was not my intention to body shame this motherfucker, let alone provoke him to the point of roasting me, so I apologized for the body shaming and suggested that we call it a night and go our separate ways. Glasses guy awkwardly apologized for what he said about my penis and said he had no idea how to behave because he's never been intimate with anyone before. I asked if he was a virgin and he said yes. I said we were both virgins in our own way and that it was nothing to feel ashamed about. Glasses guy said it was impossible for him not to feel ashamed because he was getting married in a few weeks and his fiancée, who was the opposite sex and also a virgin according to him, had no clue that he was bi. I had to pause my plan to escape because he was giving me monologues about his life. This dude had been trying to hook up with guys for I don't know how long and I happened to be the first guy he was willing to bring back to his flat. I apparently reminded him of one of his male friends who he was low-key attracted to. Today I messed up by dropping my glass dildo on the tile bathroom floor and think I might have permanently damaged my hearing. I'm clumsy plus wet hands equals bad news. My bathroom floor is tile and of course the floor mat was a foot from where it fell. The dildo didn't break somehow, but the sound was the loudest noise I've ever heard, and my left ear hurt immediately afterwards. It was the sharpest, most piercing noise. It must have echoed around the bathroom and amplified or something. My ear has been ringing since and feels like I went to concert or something. I'm too embarrassed to get my hearing checked, and not sure what they could do anyways. My hearing in my left ear has been duller since. I didn't know was possible and have so many regrets and only myself to blame. I found a new meaning of post-nut regret. Today I messed up by accidentally uploading a dick pic to my company's sales platform. Yep, you read that right. I basically sent the entire company I work for an unsolicited dick pic. Here's how that nightmare unfolded. I had just closed a sales presentation and was feeling pretty good about it. As I began my paperwork, I decided to use my Apple Pencil on my iPad. While creating a folder for the customer's documents in my iCloud and uploading their power bill, for context, I sell residential solar systems, I unknowingly uploaded a picture of my junk. As I was tagging files in my CRM, a very familiar image caught my eye. I took a second look, and yep, that was my member, standing at attention, right there in the CRM. Panic mode activated. I had to excuse myself from the customer's house, saying there was something wrong with their project that I needed to fix. In my panic, I called my director of business development, hoping he could help me. No luck. I tried contacting my CEO, but he didn't pick up. I was advised not to call his wife, who was also unavailable. My next move? Reaching out to one of our admins who handles my paperwork. I admitted, I uploaded a photo to the CRM that no one should see. She immediately asked, "Is it a dick pic?" Ashamed and embarrassed, I confirmed. We've had a love-hate relationship, and we've never met in person since our team is spread across the southeast US. She laughed harder than I've ever heard before. She tried to help, but couldn't remove the photo. However, she knew someone who could and promised to forward it to them. A few minutes later, my CEO rang, asking if I still needed help. I explained the situation, bracing for the worst. To my surprise, he found it hilarious, mentioning it wasn't the first time something like this had happened. Thankfully, I work for a pretty chill company that understands mistakes happen. Now, the only aftermath I have to face is looking my coworker in the eye at our holiday banquet next month. Wish me luck.